I want to be happy, you know. When I see somebody that's happy, I tend to get distracted. I watch them, and I saw this guy recently in public, and he had it. He was happy, you know, and I was watching him, and finally I walked up to him and I said, "Sir, what's your secret, you know, to life, to happiness?" I'll never forget what he said. He said, "I'm 7 years old." And I said, "Well, how'd you do that?" And he said, "I'm scared." And I said, "I'm scared too, man. It is a crazy, it's crazy out here, you know? And I'll never forget the last thing he said as he ran away. He said, "Where's my mom?" What a deep kid, you know? Yeah, where is my mom? Where is my mom right now? And to find out, I'll have to unblock her. Problem is, I don't know how to do that. I get into settings and I get all excited. I assume it's in general. I don't know. All I know is that I just end up changing my wallpaper. I keep my phone set to military time, just so my phone respects me a little. I also put it in airplane mode like 3 times a week, just so it thinks we're travelers. Military time, such a bummer, you know, the troops, that they only get 1 420 every day. And it's so early, you know what I mean? It's just, but that's why they made military time, because our government does not want our troops getting high in the afternoon. All right. They say that's how wars start. I said, all right. You can't get stoned and then all of a sudden it's 1621. It's just like, that doesn't make sense. They're asking, what's time, you know? If you guys don't mind, I've got one more military time joke. Or do I have 13? I guess we'll never know. My 35th birthday, I was in the kitchen having a little bit of a party. I was taking a little break. I had a towel over my shoulder. That's how I make people think I do dishes. Just a little towel over the shoulder and hang out in the kitchen, and everyone thinks you're cleaning up. This guy walked in. I never met him. Must have been a friend of a friend or something. We got to talking about kitchen stuff like guys do. He said to me, "Isn't that crazy that cupboard is spelled with 2 B's and not a P?" I thought, that is crazy, you know? I totally thought there was a P in there. And he goes, "No, that's one of those Mandela things, you know? The Mandela effect," he said. And I said, "Okay, well, yeah." He goes, "I guess it makes sense." He goes, "Yeah, what, are laptops made in a lab?" And I said, No, they're made on laps. You're right. Cupboard, that's what we say. It must be true. Anyways, 3 years go by. And then on my 38th birthday, I'm in the same kitchen, different party. And the same guy walks in. And he just casually says, "Hey man, that thing I told you about cupboards, it actually is spelled with a P." And those are 3 years I'm never gonna get back. Just living that cupboard lifestyle.